Verbal abuse has gradually become a very serious issue in relationships, in courtships, in marriages, in affairs, in friendships. And this has to be addressed because it keeps getting worse. I want to address with us the consequences of verbal abuse from the women to the men. It's not as if verbal abuse doesn't arise from the men, but it's more rampant amongst the women to or against the men. And so this is not to isolate the men. This is not to say that the men don't get involved. But let's start from where it is stronger. Let's look at the consequences of verbal abuse from the women to the men. I want to know these facts may be unbelievable, but we must just accept the truth. I want to start by saying, please, ladies, stop verbal abuse on the men because we don't need to argue about it. It implies domestic violence. Yes, it ignites domestic violence. It pushes someone out of provocation to take laws into his hands physically because of provocation. It stirs up the lion in a ship. Their abuse invokes a demon out from an angel. It intensifies the alcohol and drug effect on the addicts and brings steep insanity out from the non-addicted. Would you also believe it? That it quenches the ego and self-esteem in men. Verbal abuse from a woman devours the children's exposure and background, the moral formation, and their integrity and reputation as they grow. Verbal abuse, as it rains from a woman, makes a lady not a wife. Yes, it makes you a lady, not a wife. It further as well makes you a woman, not a mother. You must, as a woman, say no to verbal domestic abuse against the man. Because not only is it unlawful, it is also repercussive. It has legal repercussion, it has emotional repercussion, it has other consequences, even on the marriage, on the union, and on the children. Let's also talk further that it tears the home apart. It's capable of tearing the home apart, yes, especially when it is not controlled. As well, it destroys the hard-built union. Yes, once it has torn the home apart, it can go further to destroy that union. Verbal abuse from the woman gradually erases the love a man has for such a person. You should also believe and agree with me that your beauty without that attitude of verbal abuse is evergreen. Yes, we are agreed. The women have verbal powers because of their nature, because of how they're wired. We are not contending that. But the campaign is such verbal power should be used in the positive and not negative imaginations and anticipations. Use the verbal parts to communicate more to God. Use the verbal parts to protect your home. Use the verbal parts to ignite the success in your man and not to destroy it. Let's continue with the repercussions, the facts, as you may want to put it, about verbal abuse. It puts mouth odor in you as a woman that you are unable to dine with your supreme being or your God in prayers for the men, or for yourself, your lovely children, or your cherished home. It leads to insincerity in relationships. It unveils separation and or divorce. It's a great sign of immaturity and poor upbringing. It is a symbol of weakness and poor education. It exposes the weakness of the home that produced such a woman. Yes, it is an initiator of emotional abuse and a producer of physical abuse. We can all still express ourselves with a positive choice of words or variations of positive choice of words, and we can make it a culture. We become used to it. Either as a woman, either as a man, we must cultivate that culture of positivity in our choice of words without diminishing the emotional integrity and esteem of another. Together, let's raise the campaign against verbal abuse from the woman to her man and from the man to his woman. And with this, it will become more promising, having marriages, relationships, and courtships that will stand the test of time. Thank you as you continue to follow us, as you continue to comment and share your opinions, as you continue to like. You can also as well save this, that you listen to it from time to time. In appreciation, expect more.